everyone, and welcome back to episode 27 of the 3 Count Out podcast. My name is Era V1, and I'm not in this week's episode. However, I am coming to you as Editor V1 because I wasn't in this episode. Kev recorded the audio, and here's the thing about FGK: you never know what you're gonna get, and we didn't get what we wanted to get, so the audio was a little messed up. I've done my best. Anyway, good luck. See you guys next week. Really excited to interview. You'll hear about it later in the episode. But yeah, go ahead, Mike. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the 3 Counting Out podcast. I get special duties today. Special duty of being the host for the episode. And there are 4 of us today. 4 whole people. So we'll start with the 2 that are normally with us. Boys, introduce yourselves.
Hi, I am the man who redid his entire system and have actually, so how long is it? It's like 10 hours rebuilding his own desk. I am indeed Fire Guy Kev.
I got a question for everybody real quick.
Blue.
47.
What do you call a fat drag queen that embodies everything that Detroit hates?
Bob the drag queen.
Last.
I was going to say that, but I didn't say that. I'm not sure if we're allowed to say that.
Patricia?
Ew. But he definitely spells it P-H-A-T.
Hi, I'm Jackal. Thank you, Mike.
Jeez.
After that high-quality joke.
I've been cooking that one for weeks, believe you me. Oh, woof. And I see it win over swimmingly.
Only because it is. Oh, shit, wait, there's one more. Hold on.
Yeah, so after that high-quality
Jamie.
joke, coming back to the podcast, and now probably won't come back after that joke, we have Jamie.
Hello, it's me with the T-Girl
Welcome
swag.
back.
Hell yeah.
Thank God that is
back.
football reference, because is he still with the Eagles?
No.
Oh, really? They dropped him already?
No, I don't
Yeah.
think he has a job
They
anymore.
dropped Fat Patricia? I can't believe it.
Shocker,
That's
I
fucking
know.
funny. I think I brought this up on an earlier podcast. But if you guys ever see, or even people who are listening now, go back and watch the Fat Patricia first win as a Lions head coach, and then go back and watch the Dan Campbell one, and just watch the energy that is literally 0 and 180. Like Dan Campbell, we just won the Super Bowl. Matt Patricia, well, I mean, I guess good job, guys. But yeah.
Right, that's fine.
Yeah.
I guess.
I guess.
We won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
fine.
wanted to get football on the topic first, because I know, I know the 4 of us have plenty of things to say about all wrestling things related that happened this past weekend. Kevin himself outright told me in a message outside of the group chat, said, just give me like 5 to 10 minutes. He said, I got some things I need to get off my chest.
God, fucking money in the bank.
So, with that being said, I believe we are inching ever closer to the college football season. On the Saturday that this is released, I think Era gave me a little curveball and said that we are going to be 49 days away from the college football season. So close. We're getting so close. But the fun thing that was released today, I don't know if either of you got a chance to look at it. I put in the group chat actual gameplay from College Football 25, the thing that we've been waiting for forever. It was about 20 minutes worth of Donovan Edwards, the national champion running back, going up against a quote-unquote, we'll call him a pro for lack of a better word, and they just showed off gameplay, how it feels to run, how it feels to pass, kind of...
Feels to chew 5 gum.
Yeah, that too.
Ooh.
And
now I'm interested.
Needless to say, I'm very much ready for this game. And of course, I enjoyed the preview as much as the next guy, mainly because it was just 20 minutes of Michigan beating up on the best teams in college football, of just whooping on Texas and whooping on Penn State, much to the chagrin of Era, unfortunately. I thought it was great. The gameplay looks snappy. It looks good. I need this game now. 10 days away at this point? I can't wait, gentlemen. I can't.
What's the actual date it gets released again?
The 19th, but if you pre-order it, which I have, it comes out 3 days earlier. It should be the 16th.
Okay, so all I gotta do is really order it by the 15th. Oh, that's coming up.
I could.
It is.
It is very soon.
This is like I'm very excited because this is pretty much going to lead us into college, which is going to lead us into the NFL, and this season I'm just so excited.
And this, we've gained, if we're allowed to pat ourselves on the back here, which I believe we've earned the right. This podcast is off to a very good start. It has been a very fun thing for us to do, and it's been about 10 times more successful than I ever thought it was going to be. And once football season kicks off as well, I just have this gut feeling that we're going to kick it into overdrive and we're going to become even more successful on top of that. So yeah. I'm very much ready for it. As a reminder, for those who didn't get to hear in the last episode, we will be doing the $10,000 Dynasty Mode Challenge, where each of us will put in some money into the pool, taking over one of the teams from the Big Ten, from the SEC, from the ACC, from the Big 12, and competing to see who is the best college football coach out of all of us and can take their team to the college football championship.
That's going to be a good one.
I'm pumped. I also, now that I'm not crying and I got over it, really, Mike, Rubies, Ruples, Schmeckles?
Yeah, it was Ruples. I then did some things I wasn't supposed to, and now I have that money, so we're good.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I'm just, hey, if you get the number of that guy you sold your kidney to, send him my way. I still got a good working one here. Kevin, last week, did you say you had Monopoly money to bring to the table? I don't remember.
Who, Kev?
Yeah. He's thinking about it.
I was so rudely interrupted. What'd you say?
Did you say last week that you brought Monopoly 2,500 in Monopoly money to bring to the frickin' table?
I think so, yeah.
Oh my God!
But now I'm at 54, so it's better now.
Okay, we're getting there. Will, you still have about a week or two to get that money aside for this game, and I will be in charge of editing everything. So look forward to the 3 Counted Out YouTube channel, where I will try to get those episodes out as quickly as possible. And another thing to be excited for.
Well, first I have a question. I have a question about that.
Yes, question.
One,
of course.
Can I participate if I know nothing about football and I only have $10 of Kohl's cash?
Minimum was $12 Kohl's cash.
My girlfriend does enjoy shopping at Kohl's. She could really use that.
What if I lied about the Kohl's cash?
It's gonna be harder. It's gonna be a hard ask.
All right, in that case, carry on.
It's gonna be all done on PlayStation because I don't believe there is crossplay, which sucks.
Really? That's surprising, especially nowadays.
I mean, personally, I kind of enjoy it because that just goes to show you that they're working on other parts of the game. Because I do think, Kevin, with what you've been telling me about how much you want to see, stadiums be different than other stadiums, because they played 2 games. One game was in the Big House in Michigan Stadium. The other game was in Penn State Stadium. And just seeing the drastic difference between the two, it'll probably get you nice and excited for it.
Okay, all right. I'll take it.
The other thing that I was going to announce real quick is that a special episode will be coming after this one. So not the Saturday that you're listening to this. It'll be the Saturday afterwards. So a Saturday in a week from the time you're listening to this, we will be interviewing local Michigan wrestler, king of the Legos, Tommy Vendetta, will be coming on the program for an interview with the 3 Counted Out boys. We're going to be sitting down, picking his brain. He's just going to be having a match where he's going to be defending the XICW Championship. I believe, I could be mistaken, don't quote me on that one. He'll be defending the XICW Intense Championship on the Saturday you're listening to this. I will be there live and in person, recording the match, recording some highlights, maybe getting an in-match interview, being able to talk to him, and he will be on the program this time next week, and you'll be able to hear our first interview. I'm so excited for it. The dude's awesome. Made it on the PWI Top 500, has fought countless people on the up and up. The lovable psychopath Tommy Vendetta coming on the program.
If you haven't, if you don't know who he is, or you have just heard the name, go look up his matches. He's had some against some big name people. He's had a bunch on the indies, and he likes variety and he likes violence.
That he does.
And he puts on a damn good match. He could German suplex somebody on their dome or beat him over the head with a baseball bat. So, you know, it's a nice 50-50. Yeah.
I think that's about as much as I could probably get football talk out of you, because unfortunately nothing's fun is happening just now. But more to come in the future. Once the game eventually comes out, we will have plenty to talk about. And now I open the floor because Money in the Bank and NXT Heatwave was this weekend, and boy, oh boy, there was so much that happened. Shall we go in order? Does anybody know the order of the match card?
Yes,
on the
I
top
do.
Of the noggin?
It's sadly ingrained in my brain.
It was the men's ladder match first.
No, you said that wrong. The most useless Money in the Bank men's ladder match of all time was up first.
Oh, boy.
I can't disagree.
I mean, it was a good match until the ending.
It was a good match. It was actually a good match. Like, it was fun to watch. I had a good time. And we'll get to this later, but honestly, Punk should have stopped him from getting the briefcase. Not after he got the briefcase. The fact that they wasted this whole briefcase, now we gotta wait till 2025. So dumb. So dumb. But the match itself was actually very well. It was entertaining. Thank God Andrade didn't win, because what a snooze fest that would have been.
He's such a good wrestler. He's such a good talent.
Yeah.
But
he's entertaining as plywood on the mic.
I see.
Any sort of charisma there is just not found for me, unfortunately.
I was wondering. I was like, what's the deal? That's completely...
No, very, very good wrestler. He's like, I guarantee you, if he really tried, he could put on a 5-star match with anyone. But when it comes to that, he's just like, oh, what's your thing? Well, I banged Ric Flair, his daughter.
No, there you go.
Wait a second.
Ooh, you scared me there for a second. It's like,
I mean, he might have done the other one. We don't know.
Well, you never know. He's kind of gone insane now in his old years.
You mean 10 years ago? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's been old since I've been alive, for God's sakes. I don't think he should have won. And much to the chagrin of the internet, I really don't see the point of Jey Uso winning Money in the Bank either. I understand.
I would have given it to LA Knight.
Yeah.
I understand Jey Uso's over.
Yeah.
But he's a catchphrase merchant at the moment, so I don't see any sort of beef, any sort of meat with those potatoes, because yes, he's over. He is over like Rover. He is over.
Yeah. The only thing that I could see him using that for is strictly bloodline business, which really restricts the when's it gonna show up? What's the deal of it? You know. So I got to agree.
But that would also tie into the fact of Solo needs to beat Cody at SummerSlam then, because Bloodline is going to stay pretty far away from World Heavyweight, right?
So, I would rather shit in my hands and clap than have Solo beat Cody.
Could you imagine?
We can get to the Solo thing later. So
we'll get there. There's the main event.
The ladder match was the ICC.
Oh, Sami Logan.
Oh my, yeah. The fact that Sami Zayn's become that's not going to work for me, brother, is oh god. honestly, it start for me. It's just part of my rant. I'll just fit it in where it fits.
Yeah, you take it.
Sami Zayn should not have won the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. It should have been Chad Gable. It was there. It was better. I feel like the pop would have been so better. And fine, dethroning Gunther is fine. He's going to go on to bigger and better things. That didn't bother me. It's the fact that they were kind of like, oh, everybody loves Chad Gable. Well, here's Sami Zayn. And they were like, oh, I mean, I guess we'll take it.
So you're not a fan of the Chad Gable villain hour?
I like it, but I feel like they still could have made him a more entertaining IC, heel and what he is now. But I guess we'll see how it goes with this whole Wyatt Six thing, because
can you remind me of
He's
something?
being hunted for sport now.
Yeah. Can you remind me of something? Did Chad Gable face Sami Zayn twice for the IC title already and lose both times, or is it just the once?
I think just for the actual title was once.
It was once 1-on-1, and it was one triple threat with the big Australian meatball.
Bronson Reed.
Yeah, that's his name.
What I don't get about this match is you have Braun Breaker, who whooped his ass for 15 minutes.
This made Braun look so weak.
And then, I mean, he's kicked out of countless finishers. He beat Ilya Dragunov. He gets kicked in the face once and is down for the count.
Well, also, I told you that was going to fucking happen on the podcast before.
See, here's my thing. Sami Zayn still having the ICC title after 90 days is fine, it's okay. I think this matchup was doomed from the start to disappoint. Because either Bronson Reed gets it, which means he gets the ICC title. Braun Breaker, sorry.
Bronson Reed ain't going anywhere near it.
No. Braun Breaker gets the ICC title after less than 9 months in the WWE, fresh from NXT. That's a hot fucking push. That is way too fast to be getting that fucking title. But also, if Sami Zayn wins, now it's we kind of take the piss out of Braun Breaker, and it's I don't think the booking was right for this.
No,
I mean,
honestly,
Sheamus won the WWE Championship, 6 months into his career?
Yeah, and look how well he's done.
That Sheamus fella.
He's a real Irish bastard. I'm just saying. So for me,
he had a banger.
I knew it was going to happen. I knew they were going to pull the trigger. I know Sami Zayn's going to hold this thing till SummerSlam and then drop it in some fantastic fashion of he really did beat me. Oh my god! They should just give it. They should just give it to Braun.
It just feels
should just give it to Braun and made Braun a dominant IC champion, same as Gunther, and then that would have been a cool story down the line of I'm the most dominant IC champion. Then you have Gunther coming up. Well, no, actually, I am, and they have them do a one-on-one, more entertaining. But no, have Sammy hold that for the next 16 months. I don't care.
It's strange that every Sami Zayn match, every one of them, despite his accolades, despite the fact that he is a 4-time ICC champion, every time he is the underdog. And I think that gets old.
That man should be nowhere near the word underdog, and he should not have been for the last, at least 2 years. Not underdog. That man wins, I think, more than he loses at this point, by a wide margin.
He does. But, we've booked him as this Rocky Balboa figure, and that's fine, but, even in universe in the Rocky movies, he's, a champion and stuff. Even in those movies, people are he keeps winning. But it's in the booking for Sami Zayn, we forgot that he's winning all these, so every time we kind of restart him from zero. And I love Sami Zayn. It's just crazy that this keeps happening this way.
I think the biggest thing for me out of it is definitely where Braun was I should have been in this tournament. I would have won it flawlessly. I'm the most dominant person here. And we're you know what? I could kind of see it. I like how you went on tears and you were just destroying people just to destroy them. And now we're kind of well, I mean, you probably would have been out first based off losing to Sammy. You probably would have lost You probably would have lost to Jinder Mahal. So let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
Yeah.
Killed his momentum.
I think so. I'm worried about it.
One sentence to send you both into a deeper tizzy.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
He killed Ricochet for one haluva kick.
Yes. Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
Ricochet died so Sammy could win in one haluva.
God, you're freaking right.
Literally kill the man off so he won't be used in any sort of to make him look as weak as possible. One haluva kick, that's it.
God, you're right. I want to go jump in a river. How could you say that to me?
It's not gonna work for me, brother.
Yeah, I don't see him dropping that till at least SummerSlam, and I say that
minimum.
I hope to God it's SummerSlam, but I can't even tell you it would be.
If he's knocked off Braun Breaker clean, if he's knocked off Chad Gable clean,
and he's knocked off Gunther clean,
and Gunther clean as well, who does he fight?
Okay,
what's the match at SummerSlam?
So I feel like it's definitely. I don't think the Braun Breaker story is over. It's just now him winning
it could
seems.
Be Breaker.
Now him winning just seems kind of pointless. Be like, oh well, now I had to work out harder because I'm facing who? Roman Reigns? Who? John Cena? Randy Orton? No, Sami Zayn. Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. So yeah, it's probably still gonna be Braun. It's just he's gonna win in lackluster fashion because he should have won now. Sometimes it's okay to pull the trigger. Sometimes it's okay to pull the trigger when it's early. Sometimes it just works.
I liked. There was a promo that Braun did where he's like, "You don't need this. There's one thing that I am that you're not, and that's hungry for this. I need this, and you don't." And I'm like, "Damn, that is kind of true, though." Like, as much as I was saying, it's like it's only been 9 months. It's like, no, but This is the 4th time he's had this. It's been an incredible it was an incredible spectacle when he did that. When he dropped it to when Gunther dropped it to him, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the ICC is going at the moment.
It's very odd to think about that Sami Zayn has been with the WWE for
a long time.
I think
decade?
This year will be a decade at this point. I think he started in NXT around 2014, and it's going to be 2024. That is so crazy to me that Sami Zayn was wrestling for this company when Daniel Bryan was having a miracle on Yes Street or whatever, or Miracle on Bourbon Street. There we go. I forgot what it was called for a second. I mean, I love Sami Zayn. I love what he's done. I love that he has the career that he's had. But what you said kind of has some sentiment with me. Like sometimes it is okay to pull the trigger on the younger guy. Like Breaker, I believe, is younger than I am, if not the same age. Like, that dude is young to mid-20s. He's going to be with this company for a long time if Triple H treats him right. So I figured, why not start this illustrious career off right? But I guess, Sami Zayn had a couple strings to pull in the back, brother.
I don't know about that. I think it's just classic Triple H long-term storytelling for something that I can't see yet,
You mean to tell me you don't think Sami Zayn has promiscuous pictures of Triple H holding it over his head like a little bit of blackmail?
I think if anyone had those pictures, it's not Sami Zayn.
It was the person in the next match, which was
the heavyweight, world heavyweight.
Yeah, Damian Priest, absolutely.
Oh my God!
Pictures on his fucking phone.
So actually,
he's just looking at him.
Man, here's a funny sentiment. I genuinely forgot what the next match was, and I genuinely forgot that he's the most unforgettable world heavyweight champion of the Common Era. Forgettable. Yeah. Like
you said, unforgettable.
But
I can't believe you said that.
Not his fault.
Well,
the booking has been fucking garbage.
That is true.
He's worked his ass off to get the most boring bullshit matches.
I really enjoyed Damian Priest. I think he's great on the mic. I think he's great in the ring. I just think that a lot of I'll be frank, a lot of Judgment Day storyline is eclipsing him right now. And not in a positive way. I feel like he just keeps having to walk backwards and solve someone else's problem. And the only thing that's showing potential is this kind of growing whatever between him and Finn Balor. I'm like, okay, that could be interesting. Where they're just not trusting each other. But beyond that, it doesn't have the teeth that I want it to.
But even still, with that sort of growing and becoming more prominent, I'd still argue that's taking a back seat right now to everything that Liv and Rhea have going.
Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah, I'm just I just meant stuff focused on Damian Priest. Rhea Ripley is eclipsing him, and she's not even in the fucking room. It's incredible.
She hasn't been there for 3 months, and she still feels more important than he does right now.
It's they went, here's your champion. Look at him. That's all you're going to be able to do.
That's
Just
it.
Look at him.
I'm just like, that's a shame, because I was genuinely excited for this like Rollins match, but by the end of it, it felt like it wasn't about the two of them. It was about Drew and CM Punk again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh god,
hold on.
Sorry,
You're almost there. You're almost there. Bottle it. Seth and Drew. Sorry, Jesus, I've even flubbed up who Seth was fighting. That's how much to show you how much I've been paying attention. Seth and Damien had a very good match. I enjoyed the match that the two of them put on. Once it got to the point of the cash-in, I don't know if it was a sound guy botch. I don't know if Damien got knocked out. I don't know what it was. I'm not going to pin the blame on anything because I don't know, and unless you're working at WWE, you won't ever know. Damien forgets to kick out, and that sort of sends this match into a tizzy. Like, that's where you start to lose me big time.
That was the beginning of the end for this match.
I'm just saying, like I said, we don't know why this botch occurred. We won't ever know why it occurred because WWE's not ever going to point it out. But having two big botches like this in two big main event matches back to back.
Oh my god.
I've
gotta hold my tongue about the second botch.
You're starting to kind of lose it with me a little bit. But
did you see the post show?
For the post show, I only saw the first part where Drew rushed the stage and elbowed Adam Pearce for a reason that we'll get to in a second. I can tell you're about to burst. Bite the tongue. No. Bite your tongue.
I wasn't going to talk about Drew.
Not you. I know who's about to burst.
I was going to talk about how, Chris Van Vliet was talking about the botch and being like, hey, do we want to talk about this? And Paul was like, Triple H was like, like a little hesitant to give any sort of concrete explanation. And I was like, that's a little sketch. I mean, he can't really give an explanation if I'm honest. Like, what's he gonna say?
Yeah, not much. But it's just a sort of bit of a track record at the moment, and it's not really a good track record to have. No. And I made a tweet, Mike. I know you saw it. After the ending of that match, which I'm not going to explain, I'll let everyone else explain it. After the ending to the match, in my eyes, Damien instantly became the fourth most important person out of those four people.
Oh God, you're right.
Yeah, I just the fact that is your champion and everything seems so just unimportant when it comes to him, and everything else matters a lot more, just doesn't really make sense in my mind. But whoever would like to talk and explain the ending of that match, just in case someone hasn't seen it yet,
I do have a critique of the match.
My time to talk is over. I'll let everyone else have their moment.
I have a critique of the match when it is just the two of them, and that is that I know it's like choreographed or whatever, but they spend a lot of that match before Drew comes out looking and waiting for Drew. And I think once or twice is fine, but they spend a good chunk of that match doing it. And I feel like it's just like kind of eye roll, like, yeah, we get it. He's coming. We know. And he became the star of a match that wasn't his in a way that's not very satisfying.
All right, it's my turn. God damn it.
Yes, it's your turn. You waited long enough. Go nuts.
Oh, God, where do I even start? All right, so the match itself was actually very well done. I liked it. It was a good match. Yeah. I think I'm still going to say it. I called Money in the Bank 4.5 out of 5. I called every single thing that would happen, and it happened. So you can either take that as I'm either a good booker or they made it too predictable. I'll let you decide. The point is, yes, as soon as the botched kick out, which I do think it was a sound issue, which is still dumb because if you're like pinning someone's music plays, would you really stop pinning someone between 2 and 3 and go, what? No, you wouldn't. So how about Drew?
I mean, they've done that, yes.
I know, and it's so dumb every time. So yeah, and I personally, I don't know. You're right, but I think it was a production issue. I think they were like, all right, Steve. So when he's at like 1.5, just hit the play button. He's like, yeah, okay, no problem. And then Steve was picking his fucking nose or something, or looked to his left, and he's at 2, and he's like, oh shit, fuck. And then yeah, so it was just nasty. After that, now we get to the point of stupidest booking decision of the year. And I'd like to be wrong. I always like to be wrong and have WWE surprise me. Be like, you know what? I take it back. SummerSlam was this all kind of worked out. I would love for that to happen. But the fact that we now have to wait a year without having another Money in the Bank like contender is annoying, because that is fun. That's fun to like wait in the like, oh man, it's SummerSlam, maybe it'll come out. Now we don't really get that because they had to add to a feud that was already at a level 10. Like it's I've beaten you up. We don't like each other. This is going to SummerSlam regardless. Well, yeah. Well, now I'm gonna screw you over out of Money in the Bank and make our feud even bigger. Okay, we're at bonfire level. We don't need it to go any further. Not needed. Should have just had them like run out and knock over the ladder. Boom.
Yeah.
There you go.
I have to put a heat level on the feud between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. I'd already have called Drew McIntyre's hatred of him nuclear. I don't know how you can go any higher with that man.
Yeah, like this did not need, like, I didn't need to see this to go, oh, now it's serious. Like,
yeah, now they hate each other.
Now it's real
business.
Like we did not need this, and it's so dumb because I know it's supposed to be a blood feud, and they haven't had a match yet, and I don't know when they will because I'm not sure if Punk is still injured yet.
Yeah, no one really seems to have a good answer on
so
that right
we're
now.
just going to carry this till probably I assume SummerSlam, in which case I don't think even that is going to be clean. Like I guarantee you it's going to be like Drew's going to have him beat, and then AJ Lee's going to come out, and it's now we're just back to like bloodline shenanigans of when was the last time you had a clean win? I don't know, like 3 years ago. How long have you held the title? Well, for about 3 years. Like it's
3 years.
Like it's now it's just, I think if they haven't already, they have edged ever so closer to jumping the shark. I was not a fan of it. Should have just had them push over the ladder. It would have made it that much more, like, would have made the exact same impact, and we could have had another Money in the Bank contender. Let's just say LA Knight won it. He didn't have to win it, but just having him hold that and like kind of cashed in around like Royal Rumble, but he loses. I don't know.
Pretty much the only person I think it should have gone to. Granted, I was the one that said on the podcast that Drew's going to end up winning and they're going to waste it. I didn't think it was going to be that soon.
that night, right?
But when I was looking at the contenders, the only person that could have benefited from the briefcase, and it makes sense, and like do it in a good way, I mean, would have been LA Knight, and it would have been to turn him heel. I think if you use him,
saying LA Knight's like, not a heel right now.
Oh my God, no!
He's never
compared to Logan Paul.
And that's like, hopefully he just murders Logan Paul or something at some point. I don't know.
I would fucking hope.
Oh God, I hope so.
That for over like a year now, right?
No, not a year, but maybe like 6 months.
One defense,
200 days.
But I mean,
you're right. Yeah.
The only way it really would have made sense is if like you're using that as the opportunist, because I'm done with the whole, I'm going to challenge you at this pay-per-view and we're going to have a match and I'm going to use my Money in the Bank to cash it. Like, no. Or, somebody cashes it in a stupid way and loses. I'm sorry, the Money in the Bank should only be a 100% win rate. That's what it's there for.
And I told you that in the last podcast, they want this thing to be like a 50%. They're going to edge it down
I hate it.
over the next few years to try and get to like, oh, if you get the briefcase, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. Be like, no, that's dumb.
The women's is still 100. It's still 100 for the women.
Very true.
Yep. The whole point of the Money in the Bank was to start it like, you can now cash it in any time, and Edge made sure that like, is this person near crippled? All right, I'm cashing it in.
Edge.
CM Punk did it to Jeff Hardy and all that stuff, and then we have like, Damian Sandow tries to cash it in on like who? John Cena or whatever when he's at full health.
Yeah.
And it didn't work. Oh, beans.
Yeah, and this did not help their cause at all, and just go to the next match.
The only caveat, one little final note on the end, is to just WWE, I feel the only reason they did this is to circle back Seth Rollins into the feud. Because if you watched WrestleMania XL Behind the Curtain, the original plan was for Rollins and Punk at 40.
I'm so glad we didn't do that, if I'm honest.
Punk gets his tricep torn to shreds in the Rumble because of Drew, and then that match doesn't happen. I think this is Triple H and all them wanting to circle back and get the match that they originally wanted to happen. Because now we'll find out. Obviously, we'll find out with Raw what the plan is supposed to be. But the stip for that match was if Rollins loses, he can't challenge for the World Heavyweight again while Damian is champion. And Rollins lost because of Drew, including himself, Drew getting screwed over by Punk. So therefore, that kind of circles Rollins back into the meat and potatoes of it all. So we'll see, and maybe we'll not see Drew because, like Jaime had brought up on the post show, Drew fucking clocks Adam Pearce right in the side of the noggin with an elbow, and Punk gets fined for his actions. Drew, fully suspended. I mean, of course, storyline suspended. Yeah. I don't think he's actually, I'm pretty sure he's more than likely going to show up tonight regardless, but still. Yeah.
I will say, just to add to that, I still think it's dumb. I still think it's stupid. I don't see it being redeemed. But I will say, the fact that this is now kind of, you're right, with Rollins, it's now open-ended, does make it slightly intriguing. I am not giving credit. I'm just saying I just found the bare minimum I could find out of this.
Yeah.
So
that's about the only positive I could have.
Yeah, that's fair.
Speaking of positives, we go to the shining star for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, being the women's ladder match.
Good God.
Zoe Stark should stay away from flips for the next, decade.
No kidding.
Whoa.
Oh, my God.
Almost broke her fucking neck, dude. Jesus
I was
Christ.
like, well, this is another botch match, and then it kept going.
As soon as that happened, and not that I thought she was gonna win it, but as soon as that happened, I was like, oh yeah, she's not winning this briefcase. There's no way. They were like, you know who should win? That Zoe Stark. She's been on fire recently.
Well,
so yeah, that was entertaining, but
that was rough. It was just, it was so bad.
I think there was a lot of good spots. I think all the women involved, I'm glad that they've been finally able to get their moment to shine. Like people like Naomi, people like Chelsea Green, because I for one love Chelsea Green and everything that she does, and I'm glad that she finally got.
I fell in love with her during this match.
Absolutely, she got a spotlight to be able to show all this off, because Chelsea Green is a badass, and that bump right at the end just sort of proved everything otherwise, you know.
If you need more of a reason to think so, just watch her match with Penta Jr. I think it was Penta Jr. at
in Lucha Underground.
It's a 1v1 match that's fucking brutal.
Why'd you go Surfer Bro?
It's fucking brutal, bro.
It's fucking brutal.
It's fucking brutal. Dude, she like it's against a wall.
God. And the EO Sky bump at the top of the ladder was...
Yeah.
Jesus.
I guess I will say, even though Zoe Stark did pull man, she really fucked herself up there. And she did take a hell of a bump with EO Sky. That was a pretty good one.
Yes. Yeah, I think that kind of washed the bad taste out of my mouth on that one.
I don't know if it washed a bad taste out, but it made it go from ha to oh.
Who was it who took the bump to the arm on the side of the ladder? Was that Valkyria? There was one bump where she got launched, she got thrown, and the corner of the ladder just bashed against the side of her arm, and I was like, that landed nasty.
I think you might be right.
I think you're right.
I can't remember, so I'm going to say I think you're right.
There you go.
I'm so smart. I got 3 for 3. Good job, Valkyria, or insert person that actually was here.
Round of applause. Tiffany Stratton.
Oh my God.
It is in fact Tiffy time. It's about goddamn time.
I told you they were going to do it for the prettiest briefcase. I can't wait for it to come out tonight, and that thing is just bright pink. Pink.
What was it, when she took out the 3 of them outside the ring, the Swan... I can't remember the name of the fucking move that she did, where she just, jumped out and took out 3 of them outside the ring, the Swanton?
Might have been. I'm not the person to go to with names of moves.
I don't remember the move.
I thought it was gorgeous. I was like, damn, this is really good. And of course, throwing Chelsea Green from the fucking top ladder.
Yeah.
After our in-storyline Chelsea Green's Afraid of Heights bit, which was really funny.
But no, overall,
endearing.
Definitely match of the night. Good match. Good winner. I can't wait for them to pull a Braun break and go, well, no, she's new. Let Sammy beat her. Fuck, what?
Sami Zayn comes out of nowhere and gives
her a haluva kick, ruins her match. I'd be like, damn it, Kevin!
CM Punk shows up to beat up Drew McIntyre.
Now he interferes again! No!
Oh, God.
The one negative thing, I can find one negative thing to say about this match, and it doesn't involve any of the women in it whatsoever. Rebel needs to be
needs to be stopped.
Well, yeah.
You can't bring this up every episode. I've been on 2 episodes. You brought it up both times. That's a 100%.
I think because if Def Rebel makes 100 songs, which they're getting close now, I think maybe like 5 are good. That's not a good ratio.
2, maybe 3.
Did Def Rebel make Head of the Table? Yes or no?
That might have been around before them. It might have been CFO.
I think that might have been.
Did that?
That might have been CFO actually.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, because if it was Def Rebel, it would have been acknowledge me and then
acknowledge me.
Boo-doo.
It would have been Head of the Table.
Yeah.
Did they do Kingdom? Because I'm pretty sure that was from like a New Japan.
No, that's
Kingdom has followed Cody.
Oh yeah, I that's what I thought. I was like,
Def Rebel would not be near that good.
For a single second, I thought you were going to say that was Fall Out Boy, and I was about to start.
You're like, no,
what?
It's very hard. I think the only good one in my mind, I'm not, sitting down and looking up Def Rebel's fucking track record.
Of course.
The only one that I know of that's good is that they produced LA Knight's theme song.
Yes, that's the one good one.
That's the
Jacob
one
Fett
good one.
Bad.
I haven't heard it. The Tiffy Time one is all right, only because it kind of fits.
I got a controversial take.
Uh-oh.
I don't like LA Knight's theme.
Blasphemy.
I know. I don't. I know. God. I don't think. I don't like it.
Get him off the call.
I'm seasoned.
Don't boot me, please. No, please. I think it's like a good beat or whatever, and honestly, it's very like recognizable, and it's pretty. It's like it's all right. I just don't think it's like good enough for him.
I don't know. I feel like it fits him fairly well. I actually disagree. Not to be like aggressively disagree, but I do disagree.
You respectfully disagree.
I respectfully disagree. I think it actually fits who he is very well. I think it fits the swagger, that like pop. It says his name first. The beat fits him very well. I actually think. I don't want to hear him walking out to like a hard badass no Triple H type song that doesn't fit. I think it actually kind of fits his character fairly well. I'd like to listen to what maybe you think it would be.
That's a great question, and I have no immediate answer for you. I guess like something about the like high pitched whining of some of that techno stuff, it gets old after about 30 seconds. So when he does his intro and it repeats over and over again, I just find that a little grating. I think it's good for the first like 20-30 seconds, but he's got to go into the ring, stand on all the turnbuckles and stuff, and at that point it's repeated 3 or 4 times in a row, and I'm like, that's not. It's not a song that lasts long enough to like be good for a full intro or outro. It's like a good soundbite song, and that's my problem with it.
I guess I get it, but I still think it fits.
The song itself is bad. I just feel like there needs to be more meat on it.
Well, it is Def Rebel. They just found out music was like last year.
The fucking why? Who thought it was a good idea? Okay, Naomi, you like EDM music, house music, music that really gets the people going. How about we have you spell your name out through the entirety of your intro?
Sierra Hotel.
At least with that one, it sort of like fit with like they're like the badass like mercenary guys. NAOM.
Can you imagine if they gave that to Tiffy?
Actually, you sounded just like her too.
I know, I know, and I hate it.
Although
enough.
I don't know why. I actually can't tell you why, but it is. This is probably my least favorite. I hate Braun Breaker's new theme too. With those goddamn dogs barking, makes it sound like a fucking child wrote it. Guys, we'll have the dogs bark in there. Arf, 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 arf. Oh my god, he's such a badass.
That's all right though. All the big podcasts. Oh, Braun's new theme song is just so sick, bro.
Good.
It's so hard.
Oh god.
Hold on. Okay, editor era. Sorry to make more work for you. Do you like Braun Breaker's new theme? Yay or nay?
Hi, this is editor era. I do like Braun Breaker's new theme, and if you don't like Braun Breaker's new theme, you can shut the fuck up. You're invalid. You can't argue me back because I'm in the future. Ha 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 ha. I'm right. You're wrong.
I can't believe he said that.
Interesting.
Or I agree with what he said.
Okay.
Mike is a lovely person. Don't ever call him that again.
Hear him out. Let him cook.
Oh my god. I just everybody's absolutely right. There's no Def Rebel heard, you guys make no recognizable themes. We don't know who is who when they're coming out. Oh, okay. We'll just have them say their catchphrases before they come out. That'll fix it.
That way you know who's who.
Because, Mike, you brought up Jacob Fatu, and that brings us to our main event of Money in the Bank weekend.
Wait, real quick. I want to get one more thing about the Def Rebel thing before we let it go. The Bree mode of fucking Def Rebel is role model.
Oh my god.
Puts a shiver down my spine that I hate, and I can't tell you why.
You put some blood in my ears with that one, Era. Sorry, that was really loud.
That's all I hear. Every time I hear that, I just hear Bree mode. It's a thing.
He's gonna be looking at the sound waves for the episode, and it'll be normal. Fucking huge spike. Normal.
Like, did a fucking nuke go off? What happened?
Jesus Christ.
That's how it feels every time I hear that song.
So that's how it feels to chew 5 gum.
That is. Oh, yeah.
I did get the answer, finally.
Speaking of how it feels to chew 5 gum, now I know how it feels to watch a Jacob Fatu match happen. Like I had said beforehand, it is now time for the main event, which, again, should not have been the main event of Money in the Bank.
No, it should have been the men's ladder match with no chance to cash in today.
It should have. I think we all agree on that.
When it was the first match of the day, I was like, "What the fuck is happening right now?" I was
this match was the only point of this match. Only point of this match was to just lay the seeds for future matches like Solo versus Cody, and Jacob Fatu and the one that isn't concussed to hell versus Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Didn't do shit for storylines. It was just like, well, now there's little
is
thieves.
Now seeing sound waves and smelling colors.
Yeah, he is.
Same thing with Tama Tonga. Did you see the other angle?
Bonked.
When he knocks himself out and his arms go like T-Rex?
Oh, you never saw the other angle of the low blow, did you?
Oh, no.
on the other
went
angle
for the low blow and just beamed Tama Tonga square in the fucking dome.
Did he?
Yeah. Completely missed KO's dick, just went straight for Tama Tonga.
Right, I'll have to go back. I'll see if I can find that.
I don't give a shit about the Tonga brothers. I know that they've been in New Japan, but everything I've seen from them in WWE, I'm just like, they don't have the stuff. And then Jacob Fatu shows up for like a day, and I'm like, he's got the stuff.
You can tell.
Well, all right.
You can really tell.
So it's a real thing. I thought Arrow was just fucking making it up before, but they do have a bigger older brother named Hikuleo, however you actually say his name, and they have a trademark for his name. Yeah, it's Tala Tonga because he's 6'8".
He's going to be the tall Tongan.
Christ. Are we sure Vince isn't back? That's such a Vince fucking name.
No. Well, I mean, Bruce Pritchard's gone too. Oh, damn it. I thought that would have explained it.
God damn.
Wait, no, is Bruce Pritchard still there?
I don't know. I don't care.
That seems like it's up his MO.
Oh, guys, so we got this Simone brother. Oh my God, he's 5'1". What should we call him? I don't know. How about shorter Tonga? Oh, it's great.
It'd be smaller Tonga.
Come on.
God.
Or for the alliteration, teeny Tonga. Tonga.
Oh,
shut the fuck up. Get her out of here.
Going back to theme songs for a second, and I know Solo is the quote-unquote fake tribal chief right now.
Yeah, let's talk about his theme song for a second.
Yeah, his dun 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 dun.
We went from head of the table to this. Maybe that's like storyline. Maybe that's just one extra element of making us miss Roman Reigns. It's
such garbage. It comes out, and I expect them to be riding tricycles.
The Usos as a tag team had a better theme song than this. What is happening?
Wait, why are they riding tricycles, Mike?
Because they're like that fake hardcore group, They're like, look how hard we are, Isaac. And they're riding tricycles.
Somehow makes even less sense, to be honest.
Exactly. That's how much I hate his fucking theme song. God, it's so terrible.
Oh my god. That's funny. That caught me off guard. I will say that one thing I am glad they are doing away with is not having those stupid like GFX things up anymore of like the giant like CG Roman Reigns at the start doing the ooh-ah, or the giant CG Becky Lynch. All those are gone, and I'm very glad
they were so dumb, so gross, so ugly.
The Digitron or whatever it is just two versions of Solo Space back when he was in the OG bloodline with like the towel on his head and stuff, and I'm like, why don't we have any graphics of the new Solo Sokoa?
That is true. I feel like the Titantrons are slowly becoming very second. I very much miss the era of where Titantrons actually mattered and it had like wrestlers highlights on there.
Yeah, I miss those.
The Randy Orton's was always so
good. And now it's just like a static version of their name or just a picture or something. I want cool Titantrons back, but we do have cool ass Randy Orton back for as long as we have him, and he was kicking ass, and he was surprised by Jacob Fatu. But we forgot about someone who we don't have for many longer anymore.
That
John Cena was the surprise of the night.
I was hoping we were just going to glaze past this so I didn't have to relive it.
I have another controversial take.
Mike, you be careful with this one.
I love John Cena. It's nothing that bad.
Mike, here's some tissues real quick. I know. You need them too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, anyways, continue.
He's announcing his retirement, and it really made it seem like WrestleMania 41 is going to be his last match. And then in the post-show, he goes, I will be wrestling throughout 2025. And I'm like, so your retirement farewell tour is going to be a year and a half long? That's a long...
year.
I think in the bit of the little presser, he's like, I'm not going to start it right now. I got other shit I got to wrap up. At the beginning of 2025, like Royal Rumble, that'll be the first match of the tour.
Yeah.
At least that's how I read it.
Watching the press conference, and it's very easy to just go back and watch it. And I would just watch his part because who cares about the rest of it, really?
Yeah. No kidding. I don't really care about CM Punk talking about shit.
30 to 40 matches in 2025. And WrestleMania is not his final. He's working January through December wrestling. December's his final, and then after December, we will only see him in a suit and tie.
Okay. Who do you all want to be his final match?
Randy Orton. There's no other.
Randy Orton.
It should be Randy Orton.
Choice.
WrestleMania should be CM Punk. Final match should be Randy.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine.
Let him cook.
No, that's fine. I thought you meant
let him cook.
Okay.
WrestleMania, The Rock. No.
No. God, no. I don't need to see that.
He does need to wrestle The Rock in there at some point, I think.
I don't think he will.
Do you think The Rock's going to lower himself to not doing a WrestleMania match?
God, no.
You think he's going to be at War Games? Get off of it.
Yeah, he's got the XFL
he could probably
to run.
Do SummerSlam.
No, The Rock's not going to show up at SummerSlam. My man, The Rock, will only show up for WrestleManias. I'm sure of it.
Oh, I'm sure too, but WrestleMania
That's
doesn't
the only
need him.
chance he has. I agree with you. That'd be
It
the
was,
only good time.
It was his idea to save the Cody and the Cody
Okay,
and
yeah.
Roman
The
match.
meme behind that.
Him.
What was the original context of that meme?
Is that The Rock claimed that it was his idea to let Cody win WrestleMania, and actually, sorry, it was his idea to have Cody Rhodes take his spot going up against Roman.
Okay.
And he called Triple H and Ari and all those other folks to tell them, hey guys, I don't want the fans to be angry. I've got this idea, and the rest is history, so he says.
Dude, the memes out of that are hilarious. And then I told him to call it WCW. Like, oh my, I loved every single meme. And then he was like, no, you should call yourself The Game.
This is basically what he's doing.
And then I told Sean, you should be calling him the Heartbreak Kid.
And then I told Edge, Judgment Day, it's going to be big. And the rest is history.
The real takeaway, all right, so the real takeaway from that documentary is that somehow, and I'm assuming it's just because The Rock has all that power now, Triple H just lost 100% of his vision for Cody Rhodes and storytelling. It was just like, well, Cody Rhodes is, we don't have a single plan for him at WrestleMania now, even though he's our top merch seller, our top guy, our top babyface. Got no spot for him. No idea what to do with him.
No.
And the fans went, fuck you, bud. We want our guy.
They said, well, if we have to, I guess.
It's money. It's just a money game, like, at a certain point. But then there was more money in giving us what we wanted than doing what The Rock wanted. And look, I've got a tinfoil hat conspiracy, and then era, I gotta go. So Black Adam didn't do well. And then there was... No, Black Adam didn't do well financially. And then The Rock had a controversy. Yes. And then... yes. And then The Rock had a controversy with the Hawaiian fires where he started a fundraiser with Oprah, and people were very upset with The Rock being like, hey, you're a multi-100 millionaire. Why don't you do it? And he goes, that's a good point. And he like kind of just floundered. So The Rock is not doing well as a philanthropist, and The Rock is not doing well as an actor. In fact, there's a huge outcry of people suddenly realizing for the last 20 years The Rock has played the exact same character, sweaty man in jungle. And so The Rock's social credit is tanking all of a sudden, right? So where does he go? The place that he is always the king in. He goes to the WWE. He suddenly joins the TKO board of directors. He gets himself a match with his cousin at WrestleMania, something people have been asking for forever. And then suddenly the fans turn on him again, which is awesome. My man's he is struggling right now. Keep in mind, during that period where things were not quite going well for him, he was seen at the White House. He was seen in Washington, D.C., talking with political and financial executives. And the rumor is The Rock was considering running for president. That's the rumor. And so and there was only one meeting. So, again, very tinfoil hat here. It didn't go well. People were like, you can't. You shouldn't. It's not going to work. So I think amidst all these things not working out for The Rock, he is now returning to a place where he has a lot of power and a lot of people have a lot of emotional stakes around him, and he's got a lot of pull, and he's trying to pull some strings and levers. WrestleMania happened the way it happened, and notice we haven't really seen him since.
Yeah,
is he planning?
Think.
Yeah. Is he still doing like B movies? Sure, but I haven't seen The Rock in a Hollywood movie since whenever.
No, he's gonna be Santa Claus, I think, or whatever.
He's got to deal with Netflix that he's putting out.
He's dealing with
City or Adam Sandler movies.
What's another thing that does anyone else know what the other big project he's working on right now? A live action version of Moana.
Yeah, Moana cinematic universe, the Muku.
Yeah. So anyway, I think The Rock is like trying to close his fist around something where people are still on his side, and I think WWE is something he can definitely exert his power on. With that said, that I think is the end of what I have to say about Money in the Bank. I had some thoughts about NXT Heatwave, but I do have to go right now. So I hope you all can carry the torch for
Mike
me.
can fill us
Thank
in.
you, Jamie.
Yeah, it was a pleasure having you on.
Bye. Appreciate
right,
you coming back on for another episode.
course. Glad to be
next
here.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Hopefully I can catch y'all next time. All right. Y'all take care.
Appreciate you. Bye.
So about NXT Heatwave.
Yeah, so I'll run through the card quick because I know you guys just kind of saw some stuff.
I pretty much know the ending and then the jump scare at the end.
Which is unfortunate because that pay-per-view beat the absolute fucking pants off Money in the Bank. Because we started, like, they had a pre-show, but again, I always gloss over those. We started the actual pay-per-view with Obafemi versus Wesley. And...
Jesus Lord, that opened the show. Wesley started the show on the floor. He ended the show in the lights.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I mean, Wesley did a lot of stuff trying to take down Oba, and you know what he couldn't do? That. Because Oba is a goddamn monster, and spun him in the air, I don't know, 907 times. Caught him midair, knees first, and it's just... Oba's a beast. I don't know who's going to beat him for that title. Maybe a fake injury. That's the way you can get it off of him.
That'll be Sami Zayn, don't worry.
That's fair. Sammy's like, you know the one belt I haven't had.
See, brother, that's not going to work for me, friend.
Yeah, I'm going to need to have all of those. Sorry.
What's so crazy to me is that man was a college athlete months ago. That just goes to show you how well the Performance Center works, because he is one of those recruits that came through the Performance Center off of the NIL program, right?
Uh-huh.
That is so crazy. That guy, I don't think he was a football player. I want to say he was track and field.
Real? Oh, so he was part of the field, not the track.
Yeah, like shot put type of shit.
I can see it.
Because those guys are always very round when they're doing that, and it makes a lot of sense for the type of build that big motherfucker has. I feel like he's
Oh no, go ahead. If you're still going to talk about him, go for it.
I was just going to say, I feel like he's going to be a better version of what Odyssey Jones was set to be 2.5 years ago, because that man still has just fallen off the face of the earth, yet he still keeps getting drafted.
Well, he's one of their ambassadors now.
Oh, gross. He does boring stuff? Oh, man. Yeah. I don't know why I went full Shaggy there, but I did. I guess that really upset me. Oh, man.
You went even more Shaggy than that.
Like,
I just assume Famusu is pretty much what they hired that one Olympic athlete to do before he decided to touch people.
Ah, yes. He who shall not be named.
Yeah, I feel like that's what they wanted him to be, and they're like, oh, thank God we still found one. You can get tossed that one. We don't want it anymore.
Well, and then, so, speaking of just random, they decided to, scour colleges. The next match, Kalani Jordan versus Sol Ruka, you had college. The fuck was Kalani? She was in MSU. She was gymnastics.
Wow, she was a Spartan.
And then Sol Ruka was, I believe, also gymnastics. And they put on Ricochet versus Ospreay.
Yeah, I saw the spot.
And then is that the one with the 450 clothesline? Was that her?
Fuck yeah, it was the 450 buckshot lariat.
That was good.
And that's why I went online and immediately see Dave Meltzer glazing the men, and I'm like, if you like just watching guys touch each other, you can say that. That's fine.
Okay. It's 2024.
Yeah, you don't have to put down women that can do the same thing the guys can, and do some of it better. Just to be like, but the men.
The men.
Oh, yeah. We like the big, meaty men slapping meat here, huh, Dave?
Because this match looked and was fucking great. And I think they just absolutely killed it with the athleticism. And it's nice to have, after you have a match where you watch Obafemi attempt to murder Wes Lee, and then you have a match like this, it was such a perfect balance. It was so well done.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice cheese, and it's a nice cheese to your wine. It's a good balance. I like that. Okay,
and I'm looking on
What's all right? So how many matches were there on Heatwave?
Like 5, 4, not many.
I see. It had to be one of those.
Report gave that match an A+.
Nice.
The only place you should go for wrestling news, Bleacher Report.
Or, well, I'd say here is a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I would go here.
All right, hey, Mike, the debut of the Mike rating system. Mike, what would you give that match?
I would give that match 4.75 flippy clotheslines out of 4.75 flippy clotheslines.
Damn.
Suck it, Bleacher Report, we're better.
Yeah. Try and animate that, Era.
Got him.
All right, what was next?
The next one was a match where everybody thought one of these teams was going to split up.
Oh.
It was Axiom and Nathan Frazier, who people are calling Fraxium now, I guess, against Chase U. And it was another one of those matches that should have just been like one of those, like, all right, it was a match. And it ended up being pretty damn good. Duke Hudson is a big fucking boy. I think he's like 6'7", 6'8". So he was like a head and a half taller than everybody else in this match. Chase, whatever his last name is, the leader of Chase U, it just gets more entertaining, I feel like, in every match. And Axiom and Nathan Frazier can both fly. And it was just so well done. Duke Hudson did a Stratisfaction, and Trish approved. So I guess,
You know what it makes me want to do? It makes me want to shout. Throw my hands up and shout.
That's good. That's good. Because when wrestling's good, I agree. It's just a bit of a party. Because like I said, I didn't have many chances to watch this match yesterday. I'm stuck in this era now where I have to work during all of these damn PLEs, which sucks, but, money is never going to be a bad thing. Gentlemen, I harken your minds back to a few years ago. We lived through the era where NXT pay-per-views being better than the main card pay-per-views was the norm. Yeah. That was the norm forever. Like Black and Gold NXT, oh my god, it was common for like a takeover to be leaps and bounds, head and shoulders better than anything that the main roster was producing. And then, of course, once Triple H actually went up to the main roster to start taking things over, like, okay, the main roster's getting back to form. But now that we don't have a Vince McMahon to blame any of this on, it sort of is like a very awkward phase of hopefully this isn't going to be a pattern that continues.
Yeah.
Because normally, I would say that we're kind of on the outside when it comes to the internet, We're not really in the majority of fans that have things to say about wrestling events, pay-per-views, what have you. This time, I'd say we're in the majority. I think everybody and their mother kind of agrees that Heatwave was, again, leaps and bounds, head and shoulders better than Money in the Bank. So hopefully, with SummerSlam on the horizon, Triple H has got some reassuring things for us. We're going to let him cook. He's going to be doing some good things. But you know what else cooked? The main event of Heatwave.
Mm-hmm. We had Roxanne against Lola, and I don't know if it was intentional to make Lola Vice look like a goddamn rock star or what, but the fact that it took Roxanne, I think, 8 finishers.
Damn.
Jesus.
One being on a table, one being a little bit of a botch, but Roxanne's such a damn professional that she literally got it back up within a second, redid it, and planted her even harder. And it was like, well, okay. All right.
When it works, it works. It still looks more impactful than fucking Bayley's shitty-ass finisher.
Well, everything does. A sneeze does, right? Come on now. But it was such, again, just a well-done match with 2 women that knew what the fuck they were doing and how to do it. Fun to watch.
Makes for good wrestling, and it kind of makes me feel confident about everything that the women will have adding to the main roster moving forward, because the upswing that the women's roster has been on right now is very fun to watch, because I don't know if you guys have heard it on Twitter as well, but there are some rumblings, some rumors that work for women's mid-card titles has actually gone underway. I'm not a fan of that idea for the way that the roster is now, but if this is the type of women's wrestlers that you're going to be producing in NXT and have these ladies eventually work their way up to the main roster to kind of pad out the numbers a little bit more, because who knows, again, what type of content they're going to be producing on Netflix. We don't know what all they have planned come 2025. I do have a feeling that more content is going to be involved. I don't know if it's going to be another show or if Raw is just going to have like a two-parter, whatever. I just think there's going to be more content for us to consume. I think having more women on the main roster is going to be a good thing, especially if you're planning on adding more titles as well.
Yeah, well, and it seemed like there was actually a moment when they first switched where I was like, uh-oh. They took every woman that was like the main event in NXT.
Yeah, they got
What's going to happen on NXT? And then all these women stepped up and were like, don't worry. We got it.
We got you.
It was like, oh.
We got it under control.
Okay. And it just went right back to being incredible. Like, well, all right. They know what they're doing, I guess.
Man, who knew that the Heartbreak Kid could actually coach some people and put on a damn good show? Who'd have thunk it?
Jeez.
And then we get to the final match. The four-way. Ethan Page, Sean Spears, Javon Evans, and Trick Williams. And
real quick, just to piggyback off of the Def Rebel shit, ya boy is bouncy. Makes me want to bounce my eyeballs out of my head. Nothing against Javon Evans. Nothing against him. I love him as a wrestler. I think he's a great personality. But his opening to his shitty Def Rebel theme song makes me want to eat Tide Pods. I swear to God. Okay, anyway.
Trick Williams is the one out of that group that got the decent Def Rebel
by
theme.
By far.
Because Javon Evans deserves better, because that man put on a fucking clinic in that show. Like, he did a tope over the top, over the turnbuckle onto Ethan Page through the barricade, which is nuts.
And he can't even celebrate with a drink afterwards. He's only fucking 20.
Jesus.
Yeah.
He's only 20 years old. He can't even drink.
He did like a top rope move to Sean Spears, gave him the finger beforehand, which was pretty damn funny. He then got Trick attempted to murder him by launching him off the apron. And I was like, oh, he's going to land on the table. No, he landed with his spine, which I guess is one way to do things, but I mean...
It was on the table, I guess, but...
Yeah, his spine was on the table. He got that part there. But that man just... the other three could have done nothing, and that match would have been great because of what he did. But then... Go ahead.
There's a lot of talk on the internet right now that Trick is going to lose a lot of shine once the hype for his theme song dies down, and I don't know if I can agree with that. I agreed with it at first, but then seeing what he's been able to do in this short amount of time and seeing the growth when he's gone from essentially just being stuck as Carmelo's best friend to what he is now, I think that growth has been astronomical. And with the caveat of what has happened at the end of the match now thrown into the mix, I think that's going to be another tweak for his character to propel him even more forward.
I hope so, and I think he needs to be a bad guy. I think him being the nice, friendly, whoop that Trick guy, I think is actually hurting him more than it's helping him.
I could see that.
I want to see him just be pissed and go on a rampage. I think it would be better for his character. That's just me. I could be wrong.
And we won't be able to find out until Tuesday.
Yeah. I think if he kind of became slowly unhinged because of the loss, and he does the whole usual, I'm going to try and get my shit back, that's my title, I think him hunting it down and trying to kill Ethan Page would help.
Because what happened at the end of the match, for those of you who didn't get a chance to see it, Trick hit the trick knee on Javon Evans first, knocked that bitch out. He then hit the trick knee on Ethan Page, knocked that bitch out. And then Shawn Spears grabbed his legs from underneath him, pulled Trick Williams out of the ring while the pin was happening, because Ethan Page ended up landing on Javon Evans while his shoulders were pinned for the 3 count, because Ethan Page, all ego Ethan Page, is your brand new NXT champion.
I think he's going to be a
transitional
champion, if I'm being honest.
Well, I mean, Kevin, let's be honest here. You're not going to win a title like that and be a dominant champion. No. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, he's going to hold this till like either an NXT or next month's pay-per-view.
I could see it, because I'm willing to bet that Hunter and Shawn really like Trick and want to give him a really cool sort of big win at a big moment. And I think whatever NXT is going to have planned for SummerSlam weekend is the perfect opportunity to do just that. So we'll see what happens. The other thing I saw that happened at the end of NXT Heatwave, I don't know if you guys saw it. Let's see. Kevin, did you see what happened?
I'm sorry, do you mean the greatest ending to any wrestling pay-per-view of all time? Because I saw it and went, oh, Jesus. Oh, okay. Yes, I did see it.
Mike, did you see what happened?
If you're asking if I believe, I do believe in Joe Hendry.
As the show was closing out, shots of Ethan Page rubbing it in Trick Williams' face, letting him know who won the match. I mean, granted, he did win by weird ways, albeit Joe Hendry ends up rearing his face as the closing shot of NXT Heatwave. Literally, it goes off of Ethan Page, pops up Joe Hendry, fade to black. That's it. No context, no nothing. I am very, very curious as to what this is going to mean for the future of NXT as well. He did say, I could show up at any time on any show, Sean. Any show. That's how he sounds. He's Scottish. Kind of a rough estimate.
Well, and apparently, just the rumor mill, a lot of people believe in Joe Hendry and believe that Joe Hendry is going to be putting in massive amounts of work for both TNA and NXT going forward.
You might as well. This is your greatest chance of all time, being 2 companies. I still can't believe that we are in a time where WWE and TNA are conjoined at the hip. It doesn't. It does not feel real.
Yeah. That they're so comfortable and able to just be like, yeah, hey, you want to work together? Yeah, sure, it's fine.
The time of Vince is surely dead. Oh.
I think it also does help that it's not labeled as the WWE retirement home anymore, like it was in the early 2010s, where it was just filled with. I mean, I know that the Hardys are there now.
Well,
yes,
hold on.
but...
I want you to guess one of the main events of their last pay-per-view.
Ooh, I think it was up and comer Joe Hendry.
It wasn't their pay-per-view. It was their show. I believe it was their Thursday show.
Their Thursday show. I'm going to say it was the greatest thing since sliced bread. Joe Hendry taking on the Motor City Machine Guns in a 2-on-1 handicap match.
Wow, you would be very wrong. You would be very wrong.
Dang
it was the high quality match of Eddie Edwards, who is now a nice chunky boy, and his wife that I don't know if... I don't want to make fun of her because I don't know if it's just her looks or if she is just hammered all the time. Alicia Edwards against the incredible duo, very young and spry, brand new to the game, Matt Hardy and his wife that has caused no problems ever, Rebby.
Nope.
That was the main event. That was a match that happened.
Boy, oh boy,
So,
my juices are titillated.
Yeah, they still are very much the nursing home. It's just they have talent like Joe Hendry, and then they're like, but look, the Hardys.
Oh,
Yay!
okay.
Yay, they are here! Yippee! I don't know. I know, and I won't ever know. I'm not fucking. What's her name? I wanted to call her Reba, but I know that's not right. What's her name? No, the owner.
Oh, were you talking about Dixie? She hasn't been there for a long time.
Oh, is it Jeff Jarrett now?
No, Jeff Jarrett. He sold his. He started another wrestling company. Then that failed. So Jeff Jarrett is just AEW.
Interesting.
And it used to actually be, like 2-3 years ago, it was Billy Corgan, who is singer for Smashing Pumpkins.
Of course.
Yeah, he was the major holder for TNA for a bit, and then all of a sudden he went, never mind.
I don't want it anymore. This is turning into a bit of a money pit.
Yeah. So now I don't know who it is. I have no idea, but I do know that it's not great.
Regardless, they are in cahoots with the WWE right now. It's going well. Excited to see what Joe Hendry has planned for the future with NXT. Heatwave in the books.
We get TNA wrestlers with real production money.
Oh, not the one camera guy who decided to just hang it up.
I'm done. I'm good. I don't want
me and Kevin watching this show, and we just watch this camera pan to like the side where he's just like, I don't know, I quit.
Someone definitely didn't get their severance pay. Yep, he was just.
I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go home.
I want to go see my family.
He's like, camera pans down. He's like chained to the wall. He literally can't leave. It's his one job to be the cameraman. But you know who can leave is us, because I think we've covered a lot. We went over a little bit of college football. We talked about Money in the Bank. We talked about Heatwave. I think that's going to do it for this episode, gentlemen. Anything else you guys have on the docket?
I don't think so.
No, I'm actually... I feel like I got everything off my chest. Money in the Bank sucked. Horrible booking decisions. I hope they got them wrong. I do feel a little lighter.
Well, since we do have a little bit of spillover real quick, the Monday Night Raw is under... I don't know why I just called it the Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw is underway.
Monday Night Raw has started. And who's starting it off? Let us see. Let me pull it up.
Trying to find out right now. We're
figuring it out as we go. It is CM Punk chit-chatting.
Oh.
Got it. Hopefully Drew comes out at one point. But...
he's indefinitely suspended.
So
yeah, okay, and Undertaker and Kane are brothers.
What?
Wait, what do you mean by that?
What do you do?
Oh, God. Okay, we really do got to wrap this up. I got to have a sit-down with Mike. That is going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you give it 5 stars on Spotify. I think if you're a mobile user as well, we do have a Q&A running where you can drop some Qs and we'll give them some As. Oh, we forgot to do a Q. Real quick. Era said Zach, my boy Zach, who found me over on the YouTube channel, asked, favorite Money in the Bank winner?
Edge.
Ooh. I mean, Edge is such like an easy answer, such a good answer. I could tell you.
Follow-up is Dean Ambrose.
That's another good one.
Only when he did the cash-in after Rollins immediately beat Roman. So we got a title change and a title change. That was also fucking great.
Seth Rollins was really good too, though. That was a real...
Pat McAfee's back.
He didn't win Money in the Bank, Mike.
Business.
Mine. I'm gonna say Dean Ambrose, because I think that's the one time where it actually got me to like pop good. Like, there's been good ones. Edge is a good one. They're all good on. Well, most of them are good, but I think that was.
Oh fuck! I know my
favorite
one. I actually take back Edge. I'll wait for.
I'll say Dean Ambrose, because that whole thing of all the Shield holding it one night and him winning it is I like it.
Mr. Kennedy, he killed Hornswoggle to get it.
Oh no, he did.
And then he lost his briefcase. Oh.
To Edge.
Yep. And actually, my favorite. I don't know if he's my favorite person to win it, but he was my favorite cash-in, I think, because of the pop and because he so well deserved it.
I know you're gonna say
Dolph Ziggler.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah,
that was
such a fucking good one.
That was one of the greatest pops. The fact that it was against Del Rio was great. And
Scum of a human.
Right. And
exactly.
and he did deserve it. That is a good one. Is it my favorite? No. Is it a great one? Top 5 easily. Top 3 debatable.
Yeah.
So, Zach, thank you again. Another question. Appreciate you, sir, for your continued support of the program. And if you want to ask a question just like Zach did, if you are a mobile user of Spotify, we have a Q&A running. Feel free to submit any questions in there, and we'll try to best to give them some A's as much as possible. Or, if that doesn't work, make sure you head on over to youtube.com/D3 Counting Out Podcast, and you can drop it down in the comments below, like our boy Zach. Find us anywhere podcasts are available. Give the 3 Counting Out Podcast a listen. If you enjoyed what I did, you can follow me on twitch.tv/JackalJoker or youtube.com/JackalJoker. If you didn't enjoy what I did, you could find me ruining a Green Bay Packers fan's day on Twitter, because to be honest, that's what they deserve.
How about the Vikings?
I'll get to them next week.
Okay.
That's what you're there for.
We can't fight all the battles this week. If you like, or have you disagreed or agreed with most things I said, which I assume you have, because not most times do I go online after like something like this happens where they go, "I want you guys to talk about this. CM Punk cashing in is actually a masterpiece," and it drives me up an effing wall. But every time I go online now, it's everybody's kind of this along the lines of, "Yeah, that was dumb. They shouldn't have done that." So that being said, I built a new desk, so I'll be recording some exciting things coming up. You can find me at youtube.com/FireGuyKev.
And if you like what I said or didn't, go to their streams. You might see me creeping in the background. I like looking through their garbage when they're not looking.
I knew I heard something last night.
And if you are looking for Jamie, go to your local IKEA. I'm sure she'll be buying one of those nice, cute, plushy little shark things that they sell there. Because to be honest, I want one of those myself.
She took all the Swedish meatballs. God
I
damn it.
know.
I've never had IKEA Swedish meatballs.
I've also never been to IKEA.
I think I've been once.
I've driven past it plenty of time.
I allegedly got very turned around in one once.
Oh,
it's hard. It's easy.
Allegedly.
Okay?
I thought that sentence was going to go somewhere else.
I allegedly touched someone there.
That's nope. What the fuck? How did...
You know what? Maybe it's a good after this.
I thought he was going to say, I got very turned on in one of those. But boy, oh boy, you took that somewhere else.
That good ottoman.
My God. I don't know how the fuck you got there.
I thought he was going to be like, I took someone in the ottoman.
Going, hey, what do you need me to do for those Swedish meatballs?
It would be a shame if you got stuck in this dryer right here. Oh, it's getting
what are you
gross.
doing, step stool?
Oh, God, Jesus.
So, three of us are just sort of standing here, staring at each other.
I know, we
know
can't.
this has to end.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I mean...
So, who wants to turn around first?
What's that, Lexi? Lexi?
Mike, get him.
Okay, I'm rolling them up. Okay, I
got you. I got it. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Damn it. That's 3 episodes in a row.
Ooh, that's bad.
First, I called Mike bald. Second, Eric crushed my trachea. Third, my freaking girlfriend distracted me. Damn it. This sucks. God, I'm having such a bad track record right now.
How are you doing fine, buddy?
No, I'm not doing fine, Mike. Yeah, of course I'm doing fine. You're the one who keeps fucking pinning me, you bastard.